In the name of the God of our ancestors who answers to many names, in one part of the world we've called that one God, Allah. In another part of the world we've called that one God, Jehovah. In another part of the world we've called that one God, Olodumare, Babaluwaye, Obachula, but she is known as Yemoya. In another part of the world we've called that one God, Ukuruku. But we can never thank that one God enough for a beautiful, bold black woman by the name of Sister Queen Mother Harriet Tubman, who led the charge on the Underground Railroad with the attempt to free our people from a wicked, cruel slave master. We thank that one God for a Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, a little black man from the island of Jamaica, who came all the way here to the hells and wilderness of North America to teach the black man that our origin and our root came from Africa. That we are a people who are the original people. We are a people who have many greatness. A black man who came and taught Europe for the Europeans, Asia for the Asians, and Africa for the Africans at home and abroad. We thank that one God for Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We thank that one God for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, a black man who had a third-grade education but came face to face with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that way surpassed the white man's miseducational school system. We thank that one God for Minister Malcolm X, who had an 8th-grade education, who came face to face with knowledge that way surpassed the white man's miseducational school system, and he was able to challenge some of the most fierce scholars on the globe. We thank that one God for Dr. Hugh P. Newton. We thank that one God for Bobby Seale. We thank that one God for Mark Clark. We thank that one God for Fred Hampton. We thank that one God for Angela Davis. We thank that one God for Geronimo Gijaga Pratt. We thank that one God for Eddie Marshall Conway, Sekou Odinga, Dr. Matulu Shakur. We thank all of those who have paved the way for us to stand here today, fighting in their spirit, on their shoulders, for the freedom and liberation and salvation of the black nation. But we can never thank that one God enough for a bold, bald-headed black man, born from his mother's womb January the 12th, 1948. Born with the name Harold Moore Jr. From Harold Moore Jr. grew to Harold X. From Harold X grew to Dr. Malik Rashidin. From Dr. Malik Rashidin grew to that fierce, bold, bald-headed black man, the Honorable Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. We thank that one God for his national representative and our national chairman, Attorney Dr. Malik Zulu Shabazz, as our fight is for the freedom and liberation and salvation of the black man and woman, lifting up the bloody banner of the Panther. We say to all of the viewers that we thank you for tuning in to Black Power Hour Liberation Time, where we attempt to educate our people through media. We know, unfortunately, that we have been miseducated through mass media destruction. Our history has been tampered with in many different ways. We have been made to believe that right now, as we speak, that Africa doesn't have civilization. You have black people right now as we speak who don't know about Imhotep. You have black people right now as we speak who don't know about Queen Hatshepsut. You got black men and women right now as we speak who don't know about the great Shaka Zulu. You have black men and women right now who don't know about the great Thutmose. You have black men and women right now who don't know about the great Queen Yah Ashantiwa. You have black men and women right now, with all of the education we think we got, We have our own people who don't know about the greatness of our own history. We cannot expect a people who have robbed us completely of our name, our religion, our culture, our folkways, our morals, and our norms, a people who have really robbed us completely of the knowledge of our own being, to give us that history. These are the same people, brothers and sisters, that have kept the Bible from us for over 200 years. These are the same people who stripped us of all of our greatness. So we have to now take on the burden of responsibility on studying our history, getting an understanding, brothers and sisters, that we are the original people on the face of the planet Earth. We are before Alpha and after Omega. We are those people that scientists talked about, called the pre-Adamites, pre-me, before. We are those people that are talked about by scientists as Aborigine. When you get the chance, look up the word Aborigine. It's two Latin words. Ab meaning from, and origine meaning the beginning. And Aborigine are those people, those dark-skinned people, us, who have been on this planet since the beginning of the universe. Any of us who have common sense will know that the earth is not 2009 years old. We're dealing with a calculation, brothers and sisters, of our babies. Our babies, yes. From the black comes the brown. From the black comes the red. From the black comes the yellow. And from the black even comes the white. And the baby has now taken upon the responsibility and the duty of somewhat educating us. But we will be foolish to allow a baby, somebody who has limited time on this earth, limited experience on this earth, to educate us. Our history, black people, are limited. Look at us. We're the greatest athletes. We're the greatest talented artists. We're the greatest at everything that we do. But right now, as we speak, we have black people who are masters in science. We have black people who have mastered the universal order of things. You have black people who have mastered mathematics. You have black people who have mastered psychology. You have black people who have all types of PhDs and BAs and all these other degrees. We ain't knocking those, but we have some of those as well. But we have black people, brothers and sisters, who have all of these great degrees, but one degree that they lack is the degree of a knowledge of self. We help to bring that across to you today, that we have been far removed from our origin as a people. We know that the earth hasn't been here 2009 years, but we follow after the white man to teach us, to help us to think that the earth has been here for 2009 years. Hannibal, the great African general. The white man has made a movie about Hannibal. This kind of makes it hard for me to walk around with the name Hannibal without some form of controversy. First thing you think about when you hear Hannibal is that animal. Am I right or wrong? I mean, talk black to me, brothers and sisters. You know this is the truth. First thing you think about is the movie of this crazed barbarian. When you watch the movie, The Mummy, the first thing that you think about is what? Imhotep. And when you hear Imhotep, you think of what? A monster. A crazed, evil monster. But see, we have allowed our 400 to 500 year enemy colonizer and oppressor to take our history and twist it and tamper it in a way to deceive us and miseducate us and lead us astray. Hannibal was no goddamn cannibal. Imhotep was no monster. Imhotep was the father of medicine. Not none of these other crackers, Hippocrates and these other crackers in Greek. All of those crackers had to come to ancient Kemet study the black man and woman's history. Brothers and sisters, let us gain an understanding of our history.